who do you call to break things up when cops get into a fight? Well, you certainly can't call the fire department in this one. I want you to take a look. New York's finest and bravest got into a brawl during an annual hockey match. This at the Nassau Coliseum on Long Island. It was all for charity, and everybody's talking about this today here. Apparently, I'm not joking, there was some chants from outside. They were doing Dunkin' Donut chants. It was 3-3, so it's not even like this thing was a blowout. The game, I think, was the second period, 3-3. Everybody, the benches cleared. It was a big mess. But I'm hearing a lot of calls today saying, cancel it, don't do it any further, don't do anything else. Maybe, I don't know.
The only cure?
I give them a little bit of a pass only because, you know, just look at the headlines today.
The only cure, every one of those people on that ice needs to go before a TV camera and say, I'm sorry. This was charity. These are supposedly responsible people, police and firemen. It's an outrage. I mean, it's gross. It is. It's just gross.
I wouldn't be surprised if they arranged it beforehand. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point before the game or in between periods they were like, you know, 10 minutes or so into the second period, let's go.
This is like wrestling?
No, I mean, it happens in pro hockey too. It shouldn't.
Well,
there are
to
times
subscribe to the Congressman thing, when 3 people know a secret, nobody can keep it, right? Imagine now you're getting 2 whole teams coordinated, no one's running their mouth. I think this thing unfolded. It's not. We once covered the annual football game between the fire department and the police department. There was no love lost there. It's no secret. These departments, they don't love each other.
The truth is, Richard, they don't like each other. In real life, the NYPD, they resent the fire department. I'm speaking for the most part here.
Parity, right?
Right. Well, wait. Well, how are you defining that in this case, Congressman?
They got parity. They get the same pay. The police get this, so we get
oh,
this.
you're defining it financially.
Things in here. Yes,
okay.
There we go.
Well, they don't like each other, and the firefighters resent the power that the police officers have. This is not the first fight, and it's not going to be the last one.
This would be like if Dom and I played ice hockey.
But you would win the battle.
Yeah.
Well, Don would love to wrestle you.
I'm only saying, unfortunately, 2 firefighters respond. I mean, 2 cops through an arson here. They're in really bad shape. We've seen some really tough headlines about the guys that are on the front lines of this. So maybe I'm a little bit of a soft touch on this. So I'm just saying, cut them a little bit of slack.
Why?
Because I don't think it's just general guys throwing on.
This was a charity in front of young kids.
Fair enough.
And they were your police and firemen.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
They've had fights at the firehouse, Richard.
Yes.
When cops have had to respond to a fire. Yeah. They've actually gotten into a fight at New York City firehouses.
At least they weren't on the job.
Wow.
Social media sites, they are exploding tonight after a California couple got stranded at sea with their 3-year-old daughter and 1-year-old baby. Now, they were off on a voyage around the globe when the baby got very sick and was not responding to medication. Parents called in a distress call. They also lost control of the boat. They were rescued by members of the Navy, Coast Guard, and California Air National Guard. They were that far off sea. Well, tonight the parents are defending their decision to take the baby out to sea. And I know that there's been debate on both sides of this thing. This was an adventuresome. They're idiots. And I hope that they have to pay every red cent for this rescue. The idiocy. We talk about maybe they're caring and loving parents, but you are putting something at risk and you're writing a check. Your mouth is doing a check that your you know what can't cover because you can't rescue yourself. Now, everyone's got to be put at risk to go do this. The kid's going to be fine, thankfully. I left that out. That's important. That said, as soon as they're all safe and sound on land here, they go in their own pockets and pay for the rescue. These people drive me nuts when they do these with the kids.
Please don't pass a law that says you can't go out to sea with your kids.
I won't, but you know what? You know, we talk about taking away kids from families. I'm not suggesting that here because the parents aren't showing responsible behavior. This is idiocy cubed times whatever. Who thinks that's sane? And these people who say, oh, they're adventurous and they're trying to show their kids the world. A 1-year-old?
I had constituents from Rowayton who went twice around the world.
How old were the kids?
Just that age. First they went by themselves, so they didn't, and they went again. And I bet those kids are going to grow up making contributions to society that are going to be very different. We're kind of trying to have an average kid nowadays.
No, I'm not preaching mediocrity or average, but they're not dealing with their own problems here. They're making somebody else have to go rescue them because they couldn't They didn't think this thing through, and that's dangerous to other people.
I think other people who get rescued should probably have to pay some cost as well.
You don't have an adventurous spirit, Richard. You don't want to go around the world.
If I took my kids out on a boat around the world, first my wife would be waiting with divorce papers if she didn't kill me first when I got home, and I'd have it coming. All right. Now, I want you to take a look at this ad. A Harlem
find
insurance
another
agent is using what some call a disturbing and insensitive ad to draw business. The agent posted a flyer bearing an image of the deadly gas explosion in East Harlem. 4 people, as you know, were killed. Some people, like City Council Speaker Melissa Mark Viverito, say the flyer in bad taste. Andrew, you got a problem with it?
I mean, it's in bad taste. Certainly, I agree with the speaker in that regard. I don't think it's anything illegal. I mean, certainly is hammering home the point of the value of having insurance. I don't think I would patronize that company because it was such a distasteful ad, but I mean, they're certainly entitled to do it.
So here comes the better question.
It's not like the insurance company is trying to sail around the world. I mean,
Very well done, thank you. But here's my thing. The better question is, with the publicity they got because of their ad, are they happy today or are they embarrassed?
They're happy. They're happy. I mean, the goal of advertising is to reach as many people as you can. I mean, I wouldn't patronize them, just like you said, but they're happy.
My problem is everything now is politically correct. And we are defining what you can do and can't do.
No, they
in
can
such
do
a-
it, but it's bad form.
I'm just making the
Congressman,
point that
I love you, Congressman. But who's going to take their infant child around the world?
Come on.
You notice I didn't comment on that one because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I'm just going to shut up.
Well, I just-
I know
I
what you're
can't say
thinking,
how I
Sam.
really feel.
I happen to know people who have.
Really?
Yeah.
but what if that family's hiking through a national park and the kid gets caught in a crevasse somewhere, or the kid and you have to have a rescue team go out and find them. They broke the rules. They went someplace they shouldn't have gone. You're going to make them foot the bill also? I mean, there were.
Well,
Yeah,
I think you
there are-
should.
yeah.
I mean, I think I couldn't even take my kids to the mall when they were little. So I mean, I couldn't take them anywhere. They were bad children.
Why?
But because they cried a lot and they were very crybaby-ish.
You need the rescue from Macy's.
I
Your
need a
children were
rescue.
crybabies?
Oh my gosh.
I can't
Very.
believe it.
What'd you say about the divorce
Completely
papers?
falling off the rails.
You said the divorce papers?
I'd be a dead man if I tried to do
My
this.
wife would have looked at me and said, "You want to do what? Have you been drinking all night long?"
I was on the boat too.
Can I tell you, she would have probably said, "Sweetheart, I'd love you to go just by
Right,
yourself."
right. She did say, oh, excuse me, she did say things like that
Take
quite
this
a
boat
bit.
with a hole in it.
Right,
Can't you
right,
see
right.
these two, the skipper and Gilligan? I'm not saying
right,
it's two.
right,
These
right.
guys doing around the world, that would have been fun. All right, we come back. Jeb Bush, has he turned over a new leaf, and could he be electable to the Grand Ole Party? I don't think it's as crazy as someone at this table seemed to think it is. When we come back from the break, we'll ask the panel. Stay with us.